My ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, aka Miss Fearful, bring back for our entertainment. If the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and say hit the bell. I absolutely love it. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now, my ninjas, let's go ahead and get into this channel because our deputy president has left a mess, okay? And one thing I can tell you about men, when they die, it is always an issue with women, okay? Now there's an estate here, guys, of over 40 million rands, almost 45 million rands, and families are basically fighting. So basically I'm gonna go ahead and read this article from MDN News that says family feuds erupts over late deputy president David Mabuza's 44.7 million rands pension. A legal dispute has emerged over the 44.7 million pension of the late former deputy president David Mabuza, with two women claiming to be his lawful spouse. The matter is being heard at the at the Mpumalanga High Court. Nonhlanhla Patience Mnisi, who asserts she was married to Mabuza and holds a posthumously issued marriage certificate, is named as the first respondent. She contends. Sorry, guys. She contends that she's the sole beneficiary of the pension. However, Emuna Cylinder, formerly Ruth Funi Cylinder, and their daughter Tamara Cylinder dispute this claim. Emuna alleges that she and Mabuza entered into a customary marriage in 1999, and they seek recognition of this union under Recognition of Customary Marriages Act. Tamara, a first-year medical student, is also seeking interim financial relief to cover her tuition fee and living expenses. The applicants urge that the nomination of Mnisi as the sole beneficiary is invalid and contrary to public policy, as it excludes other lawful dependents. They cite Section 37C of the Pension Fund Act, which requires trustees to distribute death benefits equitably among dependents and nominees. Regardless of the deceased's expressed wishes, the court is set to hear the case urgently on September the 23rd of 2025, which this is definitely one of those that I will definitely have to sit and watch or read on, because I really am interested in finding out. The outcome could have significant implications for the equitable distribution of pension benefits amongst dependents in South Africa. Okay. Now, from what I'm hearing is that the first wife that has a daughter with the former deputy president, or I don't know, he is former because he's late, right? Is saying that they got married in 1999. And if you really look at it, 1999 is not that far back, okay? Customary, which would mean that Lobola was paid and she was his customary wife. Now, I guess things obviously did not go well, and then he then went on to marry another woman, and now that he has passed, almost 50 million rands is gonna come out, and they are claiming that the new wife is the one that is getting everything. She's the sole beneficiary, which for me I feel like is very much unfair. Now, my thing here is that, did he get a divorce? I doubt that they will be coming out here fighting for this shmoney if that divorce was actually given. So I'm just so interested in finding out and also knowing what exactly is going to happen. It is only recent, guys, that I heard that they are changing the marriage laws in terms of, they are basically saying that if you are married customary wise and you have not registered your marriage legally, it is going to be null and void, right? So you're no longer going to be married if you're only married via customary. So you need to, even after they pay lobola, even if you can do your wedding and whatever, you still need to go and legally register your marriage. And I thought this now will work for them because the marriage when they filed was still valid. had it been that they'd waited a bit longer, I think this would have been one of those that were going to actually get disputed to say, was the marriage ever registered and stuff like that. My take, I do think that the first wife also deserves half of this. She deserves half. And I think maybe perhaps they can just go on to say that, okay, we're gonna just split it half to the wives, and as for the daughter, she will get whatever her mother gets. Like, I feel like that should just be how they do it, 50 million rands is a lot of money, and I feel like if the new wife basically is saying that she wants all that money for herself, and she knows that this man had a child, and perhaps maybe she knows that her husband never divorced his first wife because maybe they were never legally married, or the marriage was not registered, I don't know. I feel like she would be really quite selfish. Like, if you know that is the father or the daughter, what's stopping you from saying, hey, maybe I'm gonna be getting 44 million, which is almost 45 million. I can actually say, hey, here's 10 million. Or here's 5 million, you can see yourself. I don't know if they would have still continued to take it this far, but I think now she may stand to lose more, because you might find that the law will actually say, hey, I think it's best we do 50-50, and then she might have to lose a lot more than that. So I really honestly am like praying for the first wife to say that she should get her own, because a lot of times this men, what they do is that when they're poor, they'll be with you. The moment they make it, they now go for their type, right? And then leave you back there, and they bank on the fact that, oh, we didn't register this marriage move. When you die, they should all come for that money. So with the new act that is allegedly about to pass, that's the one that I don't know how things are actually going to go. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be rejoicing and celebrating when it comes to this. Imagine like you had been married to someone for years via customary, and you were trying to divorce them and they were refusing, or they were making demands. It means that now immediately the marriage is just gonna be null and void, like it won't even exist. So I think my advice would be, if you are married to someone via customary, and you guys have not been together for years, and that person is refusing maybe to sign or to divorce you because they feel like you will get stuff, before this whole act comes to play, go and file for a divorce and demand half, because we don't know what this new law will come with. I mean, be smart, be smart, get that money, But anyway, go ahead and comment down below, what do you guys think is fair? And do you even feel like the first wife deserves anything, even if maybe she and the deputy president were no longer together for a while? Me personally, she should get that money. She should collect everything. Get it all, girl. Get it all. Anyway, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think. From Owamie, I love you guys. Stay blessed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye.